Okay, today I'm super excited to walk you through how to make the Mauraders Map. Look at that little guy right there. He's pretty cool. Okay, the materials list is pretty simple. There are 6 sheets of the Mauraders Map template. You will need scissors or a cutter and then a glue stick. So go gather your supplies and come back when you're ready. All right, now that we've got our pages trimmed and cut out, I'll finish this one with a pair of scissors. And we will line up our pages. So the first page on the left is the one that has the cover, half of the cover on the very left-hand side. Starts with 291. And the next one is this one. We've got the dark forest on the left-hand side, and then lower chambers, portrait corridor on the right. And the top corner says 295. So if you want to get those set out, they are going to line up here where the sunburst pattern comes out. And then the third page has the other portion of the Forbidden Forest, and you'll see the corridor word here. It's going to overlap with corridor on this page. And then our final page is the second half of the cover on the right hand side, and that is going to line up right here. So now that we know that we've got all the right pieces in the right order, then we will go ahead and start to glue. Use this scrap piece of paper to glue on so we don't get glue on my table. And because I lined it up and I can see that this ERE overlaps, I'm going to take my glue all the way out to this line. Not every time, but let's see. Just line up your letters. And get it smoothed down. Okay, and the glue stick doesn't dry right away, so if you find that you need to adjust it, just lift it back up and move it over. Okay, this next one overlaps quite a bit because the moving staircases, you see how much that overlaps. The moving staircase, let's see, the label is right there. And then we have here lower chambers, portrait corridor. And then down here, the way to transfiguration. Then at the bottom, an undercover route to the kitchens. I wonder how often Harry and Ron went and stole snacks. My kids would do it all the time. Okay, this is a big one, so make sure that you get enough glue that it'll hold it down securely. Okay, that one went down very easily. Okay, and for the final page, and this one isn't a very big flap. If you do get a little bit of extra glue, it's not a huge issue. It dries clear, and with this textured parchment paper, you won't really see any. Okay, so we've got all 4 of them glued down, and where I lifted that one up, it's kind of coming up. So if you do find that you've got any loose corners, you can just add glue at the end. And then we will take our inserts, and I like to fold them first so that you know that you are putting them in the right location. Now the fold lines are on the front, so if you turn it over to try and fold it, sometimes that makes it a little bit tricky. So I am going to fold them all kind of in the same direction here so that you can see the lines. And this one, with the dark ink, you want to make sure that you get all of the light color folded down so that when it meets together in the middle, you have a really nice complete image and there's no gaps. Okay, so we have those two folded, but they're folded in the wrong direction. So this one right here, you just need to fold in on itself. And it's nice and creased already, and it should go down very easily. So we'll just do the same thing on this side. And this is where the nice straight lines come in handy, and they line up well. There we go. And again, trying to get all of the white, the light color, it's not white, folded under. And if you get a little bit that's showing, it's not a big deal. And again, that's folded the wrong direction, so just flip that over and you have a finished insert. Okay, your other one, this little Tetris shape here, we're gonna fold that flap down here, just nice and straight across. And then fold the second piece. Turn it over and fold that one back in on itself. Okay, and again, folding right at the line. You can see them here. And the second line is down here. And you know you're doing it right when they meet up with the previous fold. And then fold that in on itself again, and you have the second insert. It's really simple. Okay, we're gonna apply the insert, so turn it over to the back side. I really needed a larger piece of scrap paper, but that's okay. And you want a good amount of glue, but you know, you don't need to overdo it. Okay, now this one, if you open it up, you see there's a 293 at the top. There's two different 293s on this page, but this one says Peeves May Lurk Here, and we have the Charms Classroom, which is on the left hand side. So you want to line it up over here. Use the letters and the numbers as your guides. All right, it's not going on perfectly, but that is okay. All right, fold those over, and we are ready for the next one. I just love this one. It's so cool. Okay, this one goes right in the middle, where you see Lower Chambers Portrait Corridor, right here. This line down here is where you line it up, and that line here is where this goes in. You can open it up and see how it matches up. So I'm just gonna open this one because it's a little bit bigger and apply the glue. Okay, so our line is here. Corridor is going to be your best. The word corridor is going to be your best guide here in the middle. And then on this side, there we go. Your second insert is done. It's looking kind of magical already. Okay, don't forget to put the lid on your glue stick so it doesn't dry out. Clean up our surface here a little bit, and we are ready to fold. I'll start with the cover. And you're going to fold it like a paper fan. So I'm just going to turn it back and forth several times. Line up. And with this dark, again, with the cover, we want to try and get the light color folded under as much as we can, so that when it meets in the middle, we have a nice, complete image. All right, then turn it over. And line it up with this line, the one that's printed on the image right here. And just keep folding until you get to the middle. You want to keep it straight. And as you fold, you want to try not to let the folds come out too far on either side of that cover piece. Okay, we have our first insert, and it's not going to reach all the way to the fold line. So just tuck it up as close as you can to the fold out. Fold it over. And that is okay. All right, and this is our last, oh no, sorry, second to last fold on this side. And now this one feels like it's going to be a little bit short, so just fold it up right next to that insert. Don't worry about exactly where the line is. Now these pages are coming out just a little bit, but it'll be fine when it's all finished. Okay, and then we start on the other side with the cover. Again, trying to get as much of the light color as possible turned over. That one's a little trickier because it's got a seam there and the paper is thicker. To get that stuck back down. That's not a big deal. Nothing that a little glue can't fix. Okay, our next line. And it's pretty easy, just back and forth and back and forth. Just like that paper fan. Alright, this next line here gives you kind of a smaller one, but it kind of works out when you reach the middle. Okay. Now, here's another seam, so it's going to be a little harder to fold. But it came together pretty well, I think. You have yourself an awesome map to get into all sorts of trouble at Hogwarts. And if you will repeat after me, I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Then you too can use this map to have lots of adventures.